I know your wife is there. She does not have to give me a statement, but if she wants to, she can.
She'll corroborate she was there for everything that happened.
So I would love to talk to her, but like I know, she might not want, I don't know, she wants to participate in this or not. But if she does,
we don't trust you. It's as simple as that. I mean, we've been run through the ringer. It cost me $14,000 in 14 months of my life. At this point, when I'm waiting for them, all that anybody needs to do is identify Captain Thompson. Once I leave that location and drive 1,500 miles home, I'm out. I have no repercussions. I have no way to do anything about this behavior. And so that's why I stayed until somebody would identify her. And instead of identifying her, they arrested me. That's what happened.
oh yeah, that's what I see on the video.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay, so this is not, I was explaining to Deputy Stolkin, this is not like our typical internal affairs investigation because, as you probably guessed, we're getting sued.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And that ultimately he's going first because we've determined that he's less culpable than Lieutenant Walker. So that's why we're taking his statement first, and then we will follow up with Lieutenant Walker, and then we'll make sure that you get Lieutenant Walker's statement and all of that. Okay? So Deputy Stalkin, Garrity does not provide protection from perjury. Okay. You have the right to be given reasonable time to obtain counsel of your own choosing, and you have an obligation to truthfully answer the questions that are put to you today. You are now being ordered to answer my questions. A refusal to answer my questions will constitute a violation of the operations manual of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and may serve as a basis for disciplinary action that could result in your termination if you don't answer my questions. So you're going to sign there. Do you swear from the statement you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I'll help you out.
I do.
Okay. He watched his body-worn camera video. He listened to the Captain Thompson's statement. He was provided with Brenda Weingarten's 2 statements, the statement of Linda Mixon, the statement of Wendy Negrone, and the statement of Adam Robinson, but he chose not to listen to those because he did not feel like they were pertinent. He understands that Lieutenant Walker will be interviewed after he's interviewed, and then he'll come, you can make any follow-up statement or anything like that he wants to after that interview. And I think that was everything we reviewed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anybody that you would like me to interview before you give your statement that you think would help with discovering what went down with this, besides Lieutenant Walker, obviously?
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else that was either there or within earshot of.
Okay. There was one gentleman in the parking lot that you saw that I guess was also there to.
I don't know what he was doing.
And I tried to determine who he was, and I couldn't determine who he was. So, yeah. Okay. I'd like to ask you some big picture questions, right? Okay. Just about sort of your understanding of trespass and the law of trespass and how those things should be handled, right? Okay. So, can you tell me in general, are you familiar with the Florida statute on trespass?
Yes.
Okay. Explain to me, if you could, what is your understanding of the legal requirements as far as just issuing your basic trespass to somebody?
Okay, so the person has to be told to leave or be issued a trespass warning telling them to leave the property. When they fail to do so, then after being properly warned, then they're subject to arrest. They could be subject to arrest.
I need you to identify yourself to me because I am law enforcement and I'm here because you're acting suspiciously.
Is that a crime?
No, but in the state
You
of
know why
Florida,
I'm here.
listen to me.
No, you know why I'm
Listen
here.
right now.
You know why I'm here,
Listen
sir.
to me. Listen to me, okay? I'm requesting your identification. In the state of Florida, you are required to identify yourself to a law enforcement officer.
If you suspect me of committing a crime.
So when you approached and you pulled up to the station, was he just standing there or was he doing something? Was he...
It was like he was knocking on the windows to the station when I pulled up. So
Okay.
like we have the front doors to the station, and then on the side there's like a plate glass window, like to trim the doors. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
Right. Like,
So- Like a vanity window.
right, like on the sides, okay. And he was knocking on those windows.
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you, was he knocking hard? Was he just knocking casually? Like, what was your level of concern when you approached Mr. Robinson?
He was pounding on the window, and it's not, I mean, at the time our station, I can't remember when it was built, but it hasn't been rebuilt. It's probably the same set of old doors, or, you know, how our station, Cudger's like a long lost forgotten station.
Well,
And
that's true.
it was set for rehab. At the construction hadn't started yet, but I would only assume that maybe 16th inch plate glass windows in a wood frame. It's not going to take a lot to beat that out.
And would you describe him as aggressively knocking or
He wasn't, it was not a polite,
like...
there was no polite interaction from him. It was immediate confrontation, immediate, I was immediately on defense for de-escalation
Okay.
the second I started to engage him.
I'm actually here complaining about their driving. Isn't that funny? Mm-hmm. You here to open the door?
No, sir, I'm not here to open the door. Do you have your identification on your phone?
Yeah, I just need to know what crime you suspect
Keep
me
your
of
hand out of
committing.
your pocket.
I just need to know what crime you suspect me of committing.
No crime.
Well, then I'm not going to ID you.
Right now.